So I'm trying to build a website and I needed a logo. So I realized that this might be a useful reason for a lot of you guys. So I decided to go ahead and document this and show you guys how you can make quick logos using Figma. As I said, we're using Figma here, so if you don't know what it is, you just go to the website and download it. You can use it for free for personal use. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and click over here and make a frame. I'm just gonna set this to 300 by 300. Then we're gonna go ahead and use this tool to make a circle, and I'm gonna make that 200 by 200 and go ahead and center it. Actually, I'm gonna make it 300 by 300 and center that again. So we're just going to go over here and change the color of that circle, something that represents the night sky. Once you're happy with that, we can go over here and select the polygon tool. We're going to use this to make mountains in our night sky. So we're just going to place a triangle here and maybe somewhere right there, and then we're gonna make another one, something that would represent being in front of that mountain. So that we're gonna make one brighter than the other just so there's a perspective in place. There we go. That looks good. Now the reason why I colored it white is because I want that to represent snow, so the top of the mountain has snow. And so we're going to go ahead and create the body of the mountain using rectangles. So go ahead and mess with that until you're happy with it. Once we cover that up, then we're going to go ahead and change the color to something darker than the background, because the farther it is, normally the lighter it is. So we're going to change the color of that to something darker blue than the background. And then I'm just going to go ahead and try to cover up the rest of the mountain. Now when it comes to covering the mountain in the one in the back, I would make that a little bit paler, so then there's again perspective in place. So yeah. And then once we do that, we're going to go ahead and overlay the other one on top so then it doesn't look weird. So now we're just going to take the circle. I want this logo to be a circle, so we're going to create a copy of the circle and then use that as a mask, like so. The next thing we're going to do is to add little details here that would make it a little bit more interesting. I'm going to add some trees here for the foreground, and here's how we do that. Go ahead and mess with that and play with the trees here a little bit. Don't add too much trees in the foreground, otherwise it looks crowded. So just enough to make it look interesting. And you can copy and paste this to the other sides if you like. Next is we're going to go ahead and add some stars here. Fortunately, there's already a star tool up here, so we're just going to add that and change the color to something more star-like. Again, you can mess with it as much as you like here. I'm just going to add 3 and place them accordingly. Once you got that done and you're happy with your stars, then we can go ahead and make the moon, and that just requires an oval here, and then you rotate that slightly, and then we're going to use another circle to subtract inside that moon to make it look like the crescent moon. Now it doesn't look like a moon, I know, but it is supposed to be a silly cartoonish logo, so I'm doing it this way. So we're just going to add another circle, place that somewhere around here, put that where it intersects, and use the subtract tool to subtract that. So that's pretty much it. That is the logo. Now the last thing is to be able to export this in a PNG so you can use it for whatever it is that you're using it for. To do that, we're just going to select all of it here and right click and click group, and that groups them all together. You click that group, you go to the bottom right corner up here, and then you just export the PNG. So that's it. Thank you all for watching. So that's how you would make a quick logo in Figma. Hopefully this is helpful for a lot of you guys, and see you next time. If you like these types of videos, consider subscribing. I make videos on graphic design, game development, and full stack web development. So subscribe and you won't miss a video.